I wanted to share with you guys because it could be applicable to not just this person who commented, but it could be applicable to a lot of people that are just getting into the space. So I figured, why not answer it on the air? So just a reminder, you too can have your comments read during a live stream. Just if it's good enough, or you comment during the live stream, I get to all the comments. But point is, so first one is, I didn't know Pulse, so I'm not sacrificed for Pulsechain, PulseX. What is the plan? Buy Hex before launch. So he has A and B. A is buy Hex before launch and swap Hex for Pulsechain, PulseX, and stake. In staking. B, nobody knows after launch Hex price go down, so just wait and buy USDC and swap Pulsechain, PulseX, which is better. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give you financial advice. But I could tell you maybe the way I see it, So first of all, buy Hex before launch and swap for Pulsechain, PulseX. I don't know what it means, and staking. You either, yeah, I guess staking the PulseX, whatever. So buy Hex before launch and swap for Pulsechain, PulseX. I am actually one of the few people that is a little bit like reluctant on that, because if you buy Hex before the launch and leave it liquid for Pulsechain, PulseX, you are subject to the volatility of the market. Meaning if the price of Hex drops 50%, which is very possible, I wouldn't say likely, but there is a chance that Hex could go down more, especially if Bitcoin goes down to 11K, then you lost half of your buying power to buy Pulsechain and PulseX. There is also the chance, obviously, that Hex could double, and now you have double the spending power, and you could buy double the Pulsechain and PulseX you would have bought had you not waited in liquid Hex. So for that reason, I say it's important to have exposure to stable coins, because stable coins, provided they keep their peg, they maintain their purchasing power, right? They're not subject to 50% corrections and doubles, because they're $1. They're just tied to $1. So I recommend holding stable coins in your MetaMask, and then you get a free copy, which will be tradable for something. May not be as much as Hex, but point is you'll keep your buying power. So I think it's important to have stable coins, and maybe also have some liquid Hex. Maybe DCA into some liquid Hex, and then when Pulsechain launches, you could swap that liquid Hex for Pulsechain, PulseX, and those stable coins. So I think you want to have exposure to both. You don't want to be completely in liquid Hex, maybe 50-50. I don't know. See what risk you're willing to take, how you think the markets are going to go over the next couple months, and decide accordingly. But then he's saying here on B, I say no. B, nobody knows after launch, just wait and buy USDC. I don't like waiting for dips, because the dip isn't a given, meaning Pulsechain launches at a certain price, whatever, or Hex launches at a certain price. People that are waiting for a dip, a lot of times it goes up and it keeps going up, especially in crypto, and you don't get that dip. Granted, eventually it will dip, but is the dip going to go as low as the price you could have bought it originally? I don't know. Often it doesn't. Often people that wait for dips get left behind. When Bitcoin was at 3,400 in that COVID dip, I'm sure there were people waiting for $2,000 Bitcoin with their buy orders. Never got filled. They're likely going to get left behind. But and Ethereum, same thing. So I just don't like the idea of waiting for dips. You have to decide, in my opinion, not financial advice, which cryptos first of all, do you believe crypto is going to come back? If you do you believe, which cryptos do you believe are going to make it? Because chances are you don't believe that every crypto is going to make it, because most haven't made it. So like, if you believe in Pulsechain and PulseX and Hex, then you just have to dollar cost average. I mean, trying to find the exact time to get in, get out, I think is picking up pennies in front of freight trains. There's huge risk of getting left behind. I think just spreading out your buys and having the discipline to allow time to pass, in between purchases, I think that's the best way to go. If you're DCAing in an asset that goes up over time, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and in my opinion, Hex, not financial advice, you're good to go. You will do well over that period of time. That's how I see it, in my opinion, not financial advice. Do your own research.